In cash game poker, you need to know whether the math makes sense to make the call or fold if you still need to hit a card to have the winning hand. Ask yourself, would you make money or lose money if you made the same decision infinite times? To make those judgments, you need to understand two things: your pot odds and the odds you have of hitting your outs. The pot equals the chips that are already in the middle, as well as all the bets made in the current betting round. The outs are the number of cards that will improve your hand and make it better than what you think your opponent is holding. Let's start with the pot odds. Pot odds are simply the ratio between the size of the pot and the bet you're facing. So if there is $8 in the pot and your opponent bets $2, you have to call 1/5 of the pot to have a chance of winning it. A call of $2 to win $10 means pot odds of 5-1. A call of $1 to win $20 means pot odds of 20-1. Once you've determined the pot odds, you need to calculate the odds of hitting your outs. Here are some common situations. You have a gut shot straight draw on the flop. This means you have 4 cards of the straight, but can only hit 1 card, in this example a 7, to make the straight. You have 4 outs you can hit, as there are 4 7s in the pack. So what are your odds? To hit one of the outs between the flop and the river is 5-1. Therefore, you will lose 5 times out of 6. With the nut flush draw on the flop, meaning that we are drawing to the best possible flush, usually holding the ace, the odds of you hitting your flush over the turn and river are 2-1, so you'll win once every 3 times. So the big question: when do you call and when do you fold? If you have the nut flush draw, but only the river to come, there are 37 cards that will not make the flush, and 9 outs you can hit to win. Your odds of hitting are therefore 37-9, or simplified to about 4-1. The decision to call or fold depends on how much money is in the pot. You'll need to calculate the ratio of money you could win compared to the size of your opponent's bet. If there is $60 in the pot and your opponent bets $10, that makes a total of $70 to be won. You need to match your opponent's bet of $10 to see the river card. The pot odds are therefore 7-1. Your odds to hit your flush draw are 4-1. The pot odds are higher, and you should therefore call. You can see why this call is correct by looking at the long-term picture. If you make this call 5 times, the odds predict that you will hit your draw once on average. That means you stand to win $70 for every $50, 5 times $10, you invest. That is good business. In conclusion, if the pot odds are higher than your odds of winning, you should call or raise in exceptional circumstances. If your pot odds are lower than your chances of winning, you should fold. If you continually play draws without getting the right odds, you will lose money in the long run. For more details on your odds in different situations, click the link below.